Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday, number 56. What is the fear of death? Question. Fear runs my life. What is fear? Can I be free of fear? Yeah, okay, fear. Fear is like an obsession. It's like it gets a hold of you and you cannot let it go. It's insidious. It's in everything. So fear is fear is a false belief, but you're believing it really, really strongly. And it's affecting you to the extent that your whole body is affected and your whole mind is affected by this false belief that you have. Fear essentially, at its root, is the fear of death, or we could say the fear of changing, or of the way your life is right now, the way your body is, the way your family is, the way that your life situation is in front of you right now. You're afraid of some changes to happen. And so it's an interesting phenomena here because what you're afraid of is the inevitable. Like when we're in the world of change, everything is changing. Things are going to change, and they have to change because that's the nature of nature itself. Is always changing. So what is this fear? Fear is the false conclusion that I am this body. The I that's eternally free, like that part of you that is pure consciousness, pure existence, pure bliss, forever free, undying, unborn. That part of you is believing or identifying that I am a limited, contracted, physical form. That on one level, when I look at the whole world around me, or if you look at the whole world around you, everything is in constant change and constant flux. And there are people around you that die. Your parents die. Your friends die. Your neighbor dies. People die. As they're born, people are born and then people die. So there's change happening. So the problem comes when there's a false conclusion or a false understanding. And there's two factors in this. One is that on a very deep, essential level, you know that you exist forever and you always have existed. You know that. That's why the fear has a place of existence inside of you, because somewhere inside of your fear, you know that you should always exist. Now, the problem is in our identity, our identifying. We are identifying as a body that is limited. So the body, which was born, naturally is going to change and then it's going to dissolve. The body comes and then it goes. As thoughts come and go, as emotions come and go, so does the body come and go. But if your I is the body, then you're going to have a problem. And that's where fear arises, because it's mixed. So if you are identified as your essential self, the one who is undying, unborn, undying, forever free, pure consciousness, pure existence, and pure bliss, then you would be in a state where that whatever goes on the physical level, on the formed level of changes, you're knowing it and seeing it as events taking place as if, but because you're not identified with this, then the changes can happen here, but you're not activating the sense of fear that you will die, because you have a sense that you should never cease to exist. You should always exist. And it's true. You do always exist, but not as a form. The form will change. Your consciousness will come in and out of the form, but the consciousness itself is forever free. It just comes into the form, hangs around in there for a little while, and then when the body dies, as if, your consciousness is freed from the limitation of the physical body. So how do you get free from fear? Very simple. Simple to say, but to practice is one of the most difficult things to practice, because even the most learned, highly conscious human beings on earth, they all have this fear of death. So it's the biggest one we have to penetrate, right to the last end. We're always fearing the sense of, I am this body is going to die. So I is not the body, and this is where the distinction comes in. So your practice would be very, how would I say, a very intense practice of immediacy, of focusing on that which is really here right now all the time. And what is that? That's your awareness, the fact that you are conscious, the fact that there is something called existence, the fact that there is something called and the experience of knowing, bliss. All of that is there. So you need to focus on that I that's eternally free. And it has these qualities of eternal, formless, limitless, forever, conscious, free, timeless, expansion, vast. These are the qualities of your true, pure I. And you need to merge with that. You need to concentrate in your meditation, take those qualities and make that the object of your meditation until you become one with your essential nature, which is Sat, Chit, Anand, pure existence, pure consciousness, pure bliss. And this is the only way to get free of the deepest thing that every human being has to face, which is the fear of death. When you are free of the fear of death, you can do anything in this world with your body, and having nothing limit your possibilities. So go ahead, meditate on the immediacy that is right here, your presence. I am pure presence. I'm not this body, I'm not the mind, I'm not my emotions, I'm just pure presence. I am here as presence. Presence, awareness, conscious. And that's it for today's Wisdom Wednesday. See you next Wednesday. Bye.